Because we try to avoid hurting people's feelings, now people are physically getting hurt. A high school basketball game in Lynn, Massachusetts got attention earlier this month after one of the teams forfeited against the opponent, who had a biological male on the team who identifies as a female on the court. The coach of Collegiate Charter School of Lowell, Massachusetts, decided to end a February 8th away game at Kipp Academy, Lynn, at halftime after hearing from the school's players that they feared getting injured and not being able to compete in the playoffs. 3 players were hurt, 2 of whom were injured in association with that player. Collegiate's 12-player team already was down 4 players when the game began, leaving only 5 players uninjured by halftime. So just like other transgender athletes like Leah Thomas, obviously this basketball team here had an unfair advantage when they had this biological male on their team. Now the team is dominating, surprise, surprise. These players are probably not very confident in their skills when they're playing on the team of the same sex like they're supposed to. So when they change their gender for whatever reason, it's a lot easier for them to play on a team of the opposite sex because then they have an advantage over everybody else. Now, the purpose of this video is not to speak against the transgender community. I love and respect everybody as they are. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Latino, gay, trans, or whatever. What matters is if you're a good person with integrity, and the respect that I show you, you should be showing that same respect to me and everybody else in your community. Whatever you want to identify as, I don't care as long as you're not interfering with my life or anybody else's. As such, that means respecting the boundaries of sports. The idea of men and women's sports was not created for some arbitrary reason. It was created because of the physical differences between men and women, and because of those physical differences, men and women cannot play on the same teams. Let's take a look at the basketball video again. So as you can see, this person is the trans athlete, right? He's the tallest one on the court, just towering over everybody, and as they're going up for the rebound, you can see the trans player snatching the ball out of the girl's hand, and she gets injured. So clearly she's in pain after wrestling with this person. Are we just going to pretend that this has nothing to do with biology? This trans person playing on a women's basketball team is 6 feet tall and has a beard. The idea that he was even allowed to play is the school's fault and the parents' fault. This is what happens when we prioritize diversity and inclusion over real-world consequences. Maybe it isn't the most disastrous thing that he has an athletic advantage, but when people start getting hurt, that's when we have a problem. Because it's stupid, it's reckless, and it can obviously be prevented if this person didn't even play on the same team. But no, these woke revolutionaries will tell you it has nothing to do with the physical differences. This is just because you're a transphobe, you're a bigot, and you don't want the same rights for trans women as everybody else. Doesn't matter if people are getting hurt. If you speak out against it, you're a bigot. Well, guess what? Men are bigger, faster, and stronger than biological women. Obviously, there is a higher chance of a man injuring a woman during sports than there is of 2 women with equal strength. This isn't the first time that it's happened either. 2 years ago, at a North Carolina high school volleyball game, one player suffered a serious head injury after a transgender player spiked the ball at 70 miles an hour, which is abnormally fast for a women's volleyball game.
I suffered from a concussion and neck injury that to this day I'm still recovering from. Other injuries I still suffer from today include impaired vision, partial paralysis on my right side, constant headaches, as well as anxiety and depression. I was unable to play the rest of my last volleyball season, and although I'm currently playing softball, I'm not able to perform as well as I know I have in the past because of the injury. My ability to learn, retain, comprehend has also been impaired, and I require accommodations at school for testing because of this. Allowing biological males to compete against biological females is dangerous. I may be the first to come before you with an injury, but if this doesn't pass, I won't be the last. The North Carolina High School Athletic Association policy states that it allows participation and interscholastic athletics for all students, regardless of gender or gender identification. It is the intent that all students are able to compete on a level playing field in a safe, competitive, and friendly environment, free of discrimination. Clearly, that does not include biological female athletes. My ability to compete was taken from me.
When you think about it, these inclusion policies that schools are implementing, allowing biological males to compete in women's sports, are putting women in serious danger. The left is always trying to defend women, defend their rights, but in this instance, it doesn't seem like they care about the safety of women at all. With all these injuries, which are just totally unnecessary, why are you even allowing this to be possible by having a physically stronger male on the team? Even without these injuries, why are you putting all of these women at a disadvantage and making it harder for them to play their best game and achieve their dream in women's sports? The left is a cheerleader for diversity and inclusion, yet the ideas that they uphold are excluding and ignoring the needs of the other groups that they claim to support. I say we bring back traditional sports to the way that they were rightfully intended. Otherwise, why not just make all sports co-ed and do away with the idea of men and women's teams?
Reality can be whatever I want.
Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Until next time, thanks for watching Inverted World.
Snap back.